when I watched the film, Songs of Paradise, I thought that the casting was half the battle won because not only you're two fine actors, but I feel that I could totally imagine that you would have been a younger her and you would have been an older her. I mean, the features, the body language are also similar. So, was that a conscious choice for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not conscious in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was a process,
Yeah.
and organically came together basically by
Hmm.
when they interacted, when they met, and also how we did this film. It was more like a family together. It was such a great environment to work together.
Yeah.
It was easily they were able to like get into each other's like sort of adapt to what you see, that what you don't notice that they're two different actors playing the same character.
Yeah.
So I think it was because of how we did this film
Yeah.
together.
But it was also it was a little easier for me because Saba shot before I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Obviously, we're two different time zones, so time periods, so we couldn't be shooting together. And so then Danish used to tell me, Saba did this and Saba did that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, great. So I got
Yeah,
a
it's a
lot
good
of,
reminder.
Yeah.
I got a lot from that. Yeah.
So, did you watch her scenes as well?
Did I? I can't remember
Couple,
now. Maybe,
couple.
yeah, maybe one or two he showed.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, I mean, the physical appearance aside, it's also the body language, the accent. So, just to carve out like the same graph throughout, was it that did you have any conversations with each other? No, nothing at all.
I think that was mostly through Danish. I think
Okay.
me and Danish had a lot of conversation about especially accent.
Yeah.
And he was also filling me in about what Sony is doing with it and what she's planning to do with it. So we were kind of creating a balance with that.
Yes.
And but coming back to your previous question, though, I think there's definitely some credit to Danish for the casting, because it wasn't, a lot of it actually was, like you said,
Yeah.
half the battle won, because there is definitely something that fits. So, I mean, that obviously helped, the film.
Yeah, we didn't have any prep time and all. As I said, it was all
Yeah,
organic.
actually, we
Everything
didn't,
coming
we didn't
together.
have, we didn't
there was
have
no prep.
collab
There was
rehearsals.
We didn't have a
one
team
or
to
two
read it,
readings.
actually.
Yeah, it was like all organic because I've worked with Soni ji before.
Yeah.
We already have like very easy to work with her. I think with Saba and
We
I,
did
we really
online,
worked a lot
yeah.
on the accent,
Reading
lot of
online,
conversations.
yeah.
And I think it was easy for Soni to take that over because it was done in that, the schedule was, her
Yeah.
part was in the end. So
Yeah.
she was able to take a lot from
And-
Saba's.
Yeah, and we know that Kashmir is common between the two of you. Did your mom also live in Kashmir?
No,
Was
she
from
never
Kashmir?
lived in
Okay.
Kashmir. In fact, her ancestors moved, like several generations before her, moved to Delhi. They were invited by the king. They were intellectuals who were invited by the king to come to the seat of Delhi and, make
But that
it
is very
From
similar
Kashmir.
to my
Yeah.
heritage as well,
Yeah.
because there was this exodus of Kashmiri Pandits in the 1800s and something, much later, towards the end of the 1800s. So they went from Kashmir to Shimla. My dad was born in Shimla, in fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we saw your the song that you did together, Aisa Vere, where you're a Kashmiri
Yes.
I
Pandit.
love that video. Yeah.
Me too.
And you come back to Kashmir and you feel
Yes,
it's
yes.
very overwhelming. It's a homecoming.
Yes.
If you've heard stories from your mom or her ancestors, did it feel somewhat like that?
Like I said, she
Yeah.
never lived there.
Yeah.
Her parents never lived there.
Yeah.
Her grandparents never lived there.
Oh, okay.
So this is, I'm just
It's
like
only
genetically
visiting.
half Kashmiri. But honestly, outside of that, my knowledge of Kashmir is sadly limited. So I grew up in Delhi, and I'm more Punjabi than anything else,
Yeah.
So, but I mean, this was definitely it did feel like an education. It definitely felt like an education in culture and music. And Kashmiri music, I didn't know much.
Yeah.
There's a caricaturized version of it that you get to hear,
Yeah.
in Bollywood. But,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of it before. So, getting to hear Raj Begum's songs, getting to hear her life story, that's all thanks to Danish, because he cast me in this film. I would have never known, And what a legend to have, disappeared in time and for the rest of the country and the subcontinent not to have heard of her.
Yeah.
So this was an education for me, for sure.
So, did listening to Raj Begum or playing her on screen, did that translate into your own, skill set as an artist, as a singer primarily? Like, what did the singer in you learn from her?
I mean, for one, that she was one of the most prolific singers to come out of Kashmir. She had thousands of recordings, a lot of which were lost in a fire deluge.
Fire,
fire,
floods.
So
Also, she did a lot of live recordings, so there were like there
Yeah.
were no records
so
available.
that she kept going, and she had a career that spanned. She was working till the age of 89. So that resilience and
Yeah.
that real hunger and passion to carry on. You know, at some point people retire. You know, but like if you really love something, do you want to retire? And I think that's one thing I took away from it. That my God, I really hope I'm on stage at the age of 89. You know,
Yeah, not
doing what
giving
I
up.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
hope I can do that.